Well, welcome to the Pool Chasers podcast. I'm your host, Greg Villafania, joined by my co-host, Justin, the bearded plumber Bowie.
Thank you.
And today we have a very special guest all the way from Denver, Colorado, Jessica Werner of Clear Comfort. What's going on?
Thank you guys for having me. I'm super excited.
Yeah, we're very excited as well.
Thanks for making the trek.
It was not that far. I'll come anytime.
Yeah. So you go from like 80 degrees. What are you in Colorado right now?
Probably 85 and beautiful.
Yeah, to this just heat, our just record summer.
103 and immediately sweating.
Yeah. So. Welcome.
Thank you.
Did you get a ride out here from the Hells Angels?
I wish I would have got here faster.
Maybe that was all it was. It was just an excuse to get out of town. They wanted to go up to some better weather. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. So why don't you give people a bird's eye view of who you are and what you do with Clear Comfort?
Yeah, so I've been working with Clear Comfort for about 6 years now. I started there as a marketing intern. I never thought I'd still be there, but I ended up absolutely loving it. I love the industry. Our system is just really fun to sell. What it is, it's an advanced oxidation sanitation system. So just goes on any pool or spa and lets you lower that chlorine level down to the lowest possible level. Lets you swim in drinking water level qualities of water. And I've loved working there ever since I started.
Nice. So you started in marketing. You're still in marketing now, obviously, right?
I'm on the sales team now. So I started
Okay.
as a marketing intern and I was there for a year and a half. And then our CEO said I was too outgoing to be on the marketing team. So they moved me over to the sales team and I've been there ever since. And I have basically the entire West Coast underneath me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why is Arizona your favorite place for everything?
Arizona is my favorite place because we have an amazing manufacturers rep group that we work with. And I get to travel out here with AJ Grucky. He's one of our top sales reps.
Rock star.
And we get to come out here and visit with him all the time. So,
Rock star. Love it.
And Arizona is just a great market. Everybody here has a pool. Everybody here is looking for more advanced options. So just a great market for us.
And just to be clear, I didn't know Arizona was your favorite. I was just throwing it out there for us.
Thanks for making me lie.
Perfect.
So what were you doing before you did marketing with Clear Comfort?
Clear Comfort was actually my very first job I ever had. So I graduated from the University of Colorado Boulder before that. And I started at Clear Comfort actually as an intern while I was still in school. I just took it as I needed a credit to graduate. Like I said, I never thought I'd still be here, but absolutely loved it.
Was it difficult learning sort of the technology of Clear Comfort when you didn't have that background?
Yes. The chemistry of it, at first I had no idea what I was doing. And even I've been there 6 years now and the pool industry is always changing. There's always something new that you can learn about. Chemistry is always changing and options are always different. So I think you can still keep learning, but it did take me a little while to get used to it for sure.
I feel like we were at a trade show recently. I'm not sure. I think AJ might have introduced us to somebody with Clear Comfort. And it was such a good explanation, but I still totally was like just confused.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get a little bit of clarity today on that.
It's funny. Somebody asked me recently too, and I feel like I know it until somebody asks me, and then you just go totally blank. It's like, it's just AOP, dude. Come on. It's great.
It makes sense when someone's telling it to you, but when you're trying to explain it to somebody else, it's harder to talk about it than you think.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us a little bit about the history of Clear Comfort?
Yeah, sure. So Clear Comfort has been around for about 10 years now, but the technology itself has actually been around for 20 plus years. It started actually in an engineer's bathtub. He used to work on water cooling towers all the time, and he had burns in his clothes, burns on his hands, just from all the chemicals that they used to treat that water. So he actually invented Clear Comfort at home in his bathtub, and then it was patented a couple years after that.
Wow.
But it started out as a different company called Silver Bullet, and they used the technology to treat water cooling towers, agricultural drinking water, and larger bodies like that. And then Clear Comfort actually patented it down to the pool and spa industry. And then just recently, we actually purchased that mother company, Silver Bullet, and all that is now labeled underneath Clear Comfort.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was his name? Do you know?
I don't know. I know that it's Silver Bullet, but I don't know that guy's actual name.
So I'm assuming that this remedy he invented, which is now Clear Comfort, actually helped with his hands and stuff like that?
Yes. So it helped decrease the level of chemicals that they needed significantly, especially on such a large body of water. The scale of it was incredible.
And how did he use it? Did he put it like on all of his taps or something, or anytime he would take a shower or wash his hands?
I'm not 100% sure what he did in the bathtub. It's just it's in our background story on our website, but
Okay.
I wasn't there early enough to know the whole story.
So if you go to our website, there's videos of him in the bathtub
Yeah.
using this.
I think first off, we probably need an explanation of Clear Comfort in the AOP process, right?
Yes, let's start there.
Yeah, why don't you give us that so we can really iron this out?
Yeah, so Clear Comfort is an advanced oxidation sanitation system, or an AOP unit. What AOP actually stands for is Advanced Oxidation Process. What that means is it uses hydroxyl radicals to sanitize the water. They're 1 part hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. So there's a couple different other systems out there that are also AOP units, but they all get there in a different way. But general purpose of it is just to produce those hydroxyl radicals. They're really powerful, super potent. They go in the return line, combine with pathogens, bacteria, whatever's in there, and destroy them right on contact. So that is the main goal of what the Clear Comfort system does.
Okay, so you said you can get there a couple different ways. So it's a combination of UV and ozone, right? Or no?
It's not. So that's large misconception of AOP in general, is that every unit out there is just a combination of UV and ozone. Every other system that is on the market is that, a combination of UV and ozone. Clear Comfort is a little bit different. It's actually a single stage process. So those hydroxyls, again, are 1 part hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. The Clear Comfort system is actually producing O1 gas. So we're providing that single oxygen and then injecting that right into the return line of the swimming pool. So that single oxygen goes into the return line, combines with the hydrogen that's already in the water, and we're producing those hydroxyl radicals that way.
Gotcha. So that's the cartridges on the wall. For nobody's ever seen them, it's basically 2 cartridges, right? And then that's producing it. It's being injected by way of Mazzy right into the return line, right?
There's 2 separate boxes. One's orange and one's blue. The orange side is the control side, and that blue side is going to be the actual cartridge,
right,
of the Clear Comfort system.
Okay.
And what's your ideal customer for something like this?
Ideal customer for Clear Comfort is anybody who's health conscious. It's definitely not a necessity on every single pool. It's more of a luxury add. So you can treat a pool with regular chlorine and be perfectly fine with that. But if you're looking to lower the chemicals in that pool, you're looking to get away from any irritation, any chlorine smell, all those things that go along with owning a pool, the Clear Comfort is an excellent add to anybody who's looking to take anything of those things away.
What is the safe, what do you tell your customers? What is the safe residual chlorine that you can keep in the pool when you're using the Clear Comfort system? Is there a general rule of thumb where that is?
Yeah, definitely. So we recommend you can keep it between 0.5 part to 1 part per million of chlorine in that pool. It does go hand in hand, though, with the run time. So if you're going to try and get that 0.5 part per million in the pool, you want to run that pump and that Clear Comfort 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just because whenever that Clear Comfort's not running, that means that it's not treating the water. You have to treat it with something else, like chlorine. So if you're going to run it 18 hours a day, you're going to be looking at more like 1 part to 1.5 parts per million, just because you have those hours where nothing is treating it if the Clear Comfort system isn't running. So ultimate recommendation, 24 hours a day runtime, but you don't have to do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What does maintenance look like for a basic setup? Are there things that you have to do? You were talking about the cartridges, right, Justin?
Right.
Are there things you have to replace? How does that work?
Yeah, so the Clear Comfort system, the maintenance on it is very simple. There's no tools needed to go out and do that. That orange side will never come off the wall. The control side stays hooked up. And the blue side is actually the cartridge itself. So when you go out and do the maintenance on it, it actually just unclips off the Clear Comfort, just like a Lego. So go out, turn off the unit, unhook the cable on the top, take off the air tube, and then that whole blue side of the system actually just lifts off. And the system itself will actually tell you when you need to replace that. So it has red, yellow, and green lights on it. So once that green light turns to yellow, means about 80% of that has been used up. Good time to call us and get a new one. And then once it hits red, you can go ahead and change out that cartridge. But shouldn't take any longer than 5 or 10 minutes to go out and do that. And then Clear Comfort's a very green company, so we do like to get those cartridges back. Our entire system is made out of aluminum, so built to last on that pool, but we do want that outside component back so we can recycle and reuse it. So they do all come with a core charge. Once you return that one back to us, we'll give you some money back.
So for, say, a normal pool that's 20,000 gallons and it has one of these units on it, how often would you be replacing those types of things? And you were running the pool 24/7.
If you run the pool 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's about every 13 months.
Oh,
So it's 10,000 hours of runtime technically, but it averages out to about 13 months.
very nice. And what kind of, have you heard of anybody having a certain type of skin issue or something like that this has helped for?
Yeah, we have a lot of customers that have eczema. We have a lot of cancer patients also that use our system just because they're looking for any way to lower any chemical that they're going to be in. So amazing success stories with that just because they don't want any of those chemicals in the water. And Clear Comfort can get them the closest to that as possible.
And it's pool and spa and above ground spas too?
Yeah, so we actually have 6 different units. We have an above ground spa system, our CCW 25. It's for any swim spa or above ground spa, basically. And then we have 2 smaller pool units, one for small in-ground spas or smaller pools. It treats up to about 16,000 gallons. And then our flagship unit, the CCW 100, treats up to about 40,000 gallons of water. And then we have 3 larger commercial units as well. So they can treat up to 1 million gallons of water, which is something that a lot of other AOP systems can't do. A lot of other units are not scalable from such a small body of water all the way up to 1 million gallons. Clear Comfort's the only thing that can do that.
Can you mention any notable facilities or organizations that are using the technology?
Yeah, we actually have a couple of them here in Arizona. We're on a lot of bodies of water at the University of Arizona. And then we're also on all of the spring training facilities here. So we do a lot of work with hydrotherapy tubs and hydroworks. So a lot of major league sports teams, they have the Clear Comfort system on all their hydrotherapy tubs. Another one we do a lot of work with is like large gym brands like Lifetime or Defined Fitness, because you have God knows how many people getting in it there after they go and work out for 2 hours and then they go immediately into that spa. So they have some of the most disgusting water probably that you
Never thought of that.
ever thought of. Yeah.
Never thought of that, Greg.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
use them.
welcome.
There's the same 3 guys in the spa every time I go to my gym, by the way. And I'm concerned that's their bathing ritual.
They definitely don't shower.
Yeah, they don't, huh?
No, they do not.
I'm checking it for a Clear Comfort.
Go
next
there
time
and
I
say,
go.
They
you
just
need
go out the
this.
back gate.
Do you guys do any work with LA Fitness?
I think we have had a couple conversations with them, but I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure. I'm mostly on the residential side, but
Next time I go.
get our name out there.
I was going to say, next time I go in, I'm going to offer it as a recommendation.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll take
great.
any recommendation.
Perfect. I love it.
So we did the installation. You personally did it with Mike Wren
Mhm.
over in Paradise Valley for the community pool, right?
Yes, that was a community pool in a Paradise Valley. Yeah, I think it was like a retirement area, I think, ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that install go?
Really good. That was easier than I thought. I wanted to do it with Mike in our office because we partnered up with Clear Comfort on that. It helped them out on all the local installs or whatever they needed help with. And it went really good. Mike and I aren't in the field every day, so with limited tools and everything, we got it done in, I'd say, 2 hours. So it went really good.
Oh, wow.
Really good. Yeah, it was 2 systems too. It was a spa system and then the commercial pool system. So it had the little, is that the oxygen concentrator? So got it all installed, dialed in perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely nothing that's very intensive.
So what are Clear Comfort's competitors? What are other sanitizers out there?
Yeah, there's
And how are they different?
Yeah, there's a lot of different options out there when homeowners are looking for something to lower their chlorine levels. And there's everything from just a plain UV system. Everyone thinks that salt is the lower chlorine option, even though it's not. It's just a more organic way of putting that in the pool. But Clear Comfort specifically, our main competitors are obviously other systems that are UV and ozone combination systems. Clear Comfort system is different because our unit is the only dry single stage system out there. So our technology is patented only for Clear Comfort. We're the only system that's going to treat the water that way. But we're also the only unit that doesn't have any water that runs through it. So there's no pieces or parts on the inside that are going to fall apart, rust, break. You're going to have to go out there and replace them all the time. That's why we have one of the longest warranties in the industry. All of our systems come with a 5-year system warranty and a 90-day money-back guarantee. They're different in that way. They take up a lot less energy than a lot of other units because they're not powering 2 different mechanisms. They're less prone to those warranty calls because there's not 2 sides of the system that have to be working to get those results that they're looking for. But yeah.
What is the warranty?
The warranty is 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's one of the longest ones in the industry.
Very good.
In order to test the effectiveness of the Clear Comfort, is there a way to do that? Would you check like your ORP, or is there some way to test like how good it's doing?
You can use the ORP. The system itself does have those green, red, and yellow lights on it. So one way you can tell the Clear Comfort system is working is if it does have that green light on it. And then the blue side does have a light on the inside as well. So as long as that's illuminated, you'll know that's working.
Yeah.
Another way you can tell, the system does inject gas into that return line. So if you can see the bubbles coming out, you'll know that system is working. One thing I like to say is you can tell if it's on or not. If you want to know if it's working, turn it off. Turn it off for a couple hours. You'll see the water quality go way down. On a measurable scale, we do measure the amount of gas that's being injected into that return line. So there's no actual test for hydroxyl radicals because they have such a short lifetime in that return line. They last milliseconds. So you can test them in like a giant lab, but on the residential side, there's nothing that you can put on that pool to actually test for them. But we do measure at least 5 to 7 liters per minute of actual gas being injected into that return line.
Okay.
So that is something that you can measure, but the actual hydroxyl radicals themselves, they're too quickly eliminated in that return line.
What is that, by the way? The radicals?
What is a hydroxyl radical?
Yeah.
They're 1 part hydrogen and 1 part oxygen.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay.
Yeah. So they're super reactive. They basically go in that return line and in milliseconds, whatever's in there, cryptosporidium, all those bad pathogens, bacteria, they're eliminated almost instantly in that return line.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you overcome it? If you had like a crazy load, is there anything that could get past that unit or
that could get past it?
Yeah.
It's going to be treating the full water flow going past the Clear Comfort system. If something were to go past it, that's why we keep that half of part per million or 1 part per million of chlorine in that water. But
unlikely, but
yeah, not a lot gets past it. Most other sanitation systems have a bypass that's being treated, whereas Clear Comfort's injecting that air right into the actual return line. So it's treating full flow rather than just part of it that's going by.
And I know that's a big deal from some installs we did. It has to be 100% of the system flow has to pass through or else it's not as effective as it should be, right? Interesting.
I bet it does a lot better on the wear and tear on like in-pool furniture and like floats. And because you go to pools and they've got tons of like calcium buildup and just gunk all over them. I wonder if that helps in preserving the life of the stuff you have in your pool.
Yeah, it definitely will help just because if you have a salt cell, you can pair the Clear Comfort with a salt cell. It works amazing with that, but you just lower that salt generator all the way down to the lowest setting and it'll make it last 3 to 4 times as long and you'll get a lot less corrosion than what you would normally get with just a salt cell. But just in general, it will definitely help with that because it does all of its sanitation in the actual return line. So there's no hydroxyl radicals or anything going out into the actual body of water that would cause corrosion to whatever furniture you have or the liner or anything like that. But it does, because it does all of that oxidation and everything in the actual return line, it doesn't treat for algae. If you're going to have the Clear Comfort system, it does need to be paired with some sort of algicide.
And then are you getting good feedback from your dealers once you're getting them on board and getting them installing the systems? They're coming back, loving it. What are they saying?
Yeah, we have a lot of really great dealers. Some of them have been with us since the beginning. It was a little bit of a slow start for us, but now we're gaining a lot of traction. We have a lot of dealers. Honestly, people take our system and they put it on the worst pool that they have, the problem pool, the one that they're out there every single week with complaints. And that's usually where our system ends up, but it thrives in that sort of situation. So we have a lot of dealers that are actually really impressed with our unit. They put it on there thinking that it's never going to work or do what we say, but then they end up coming back and now they put it on 90% of the pools that they put out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great.
Have you personally used a pool with the system on it?
Yes. So I've been in a couple of Clear Comfort pools, but my mom actually has the Clear Comfort system on her hot tub. I'm not lucky enough to own my own pool, so I don't have one, but my mom's had it for 2 years now. She absolutely loves it. It's just her that gets in every, couple of days. So she doesn't use hardly any chlorine. She's closer to 0.2 parts per million. She just puts in a little after she gets out, and that's all the maintenance that she has to do on her hot tub. She loves it because she had an ozone system on there before that caused some corrosion on the seat backs and the cover and stuff like that. And she hasn't seen anything like that with the Clear Comfort system on there.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Was that your first sale when you became a salesperson?
I wish.
Mom, I need you on this.
That would be so amazing. My mom's actually here in Arizona and she wanted to come to the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
Should have brought her.
Yeah.
Let's get her on the line.
She's going to be sad.
Let's get her on the line.
That's what she was worried about. She's they're going to put me on the podcast.
Yeah. Mom, how do you feel about the clear
Yeah.
comfort?
Give us your honest review.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're going to think it's a plant.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
Is it like a newer pool or an older pool?
She actually has it on her spa. But it is it's a pretty new spa. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you tried dumping like dirt into it just to really shake it up?
I haven't tried dumping dirt into her spa,
Right,
but we have done a lot of tests with spas, especially because we have a new partnership with Bullfrog Spas. So they put us on 2 of their lines that they produce that automatically comes with Clear Comfort. But before that, we had a test that we did in our lab with urea, almond milk, like just absolutely loading up this spa with
almond milk.
Yeah, it has basically acts as like contaminants off people's body and just kind of stuff that can be eliminated from the water. But we did an incredible test with it with NTUs and it was clear in almost 12 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
This might be it's not really that funny of a question, but is there somebody like always taste testing it because you do say that you can drink it?
I'm just going to say that I hope not, but I'm sure that there's people out there that
it's
do
like
that.
an intern's job for the summer.
Is that a thing? Do they say you can drink it?
No,
Oh,
that is definitely not part of our marketing, but we do say that it's
great.
drinking water level qualities. So because in most drinking water or your tap water, there's at least 1 part per million up to 4 or 5 parts per million, depending on where you live in your drinking water.
Gotcha.
So like we get people that call in all the time that say, I'm allergic to chlorine, but they don't filter out the chlorine in their tap water. So they're actually just allergic to chloramines that are in the pool or the reaction that's happening between chlorine and actual byproducts in the water.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They're just allergic to their pool guy putting like 10 pounds of shock in their pool.
Or they're allergic to not taking a shower before they get into the pool. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think most people take showers before they go into the
They
pool.
don't.
What do you think? Do you?
I interchange shower and pool. That for me, that's definitely not a thing.
You get in the pool and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
That's why you
I
need
usually
to-
feel dirtier coming out of the pool. I feel like it's more important to shower after than it is before, if you're asking.
Do you have a shower?
No,
Outside?
not at all.
I was like, is that a
Outside.
general question?
I do. I have a intermediary shower between the pool and in the house.
Got it.
Yeah.
Inside, you have a shower too, though, right?
No. Yeah. We
He
use the
only
same.
showers outside.
Yeah.
Hey, here in Arizona,
You could. You dry immediately.
Yeah, you would. Are you finding most of your clients like in the high end space, or is it across the board, or where is most of your clients?
Most of our clients are in the high end section just
Yeah.
because our unit is, again, a luxury
Add-on.
system. Yeah, it's definitely an add on to the pool. But a lot of people that have a pool are on the high end section of that anyway.
True.
So people that are adding that pool in their backyard, we find a lot of people looking towards the health and wellness aspect more and more, especially after COVID, after all these things are coming out. People are looking just for the healthiest option that they can add. Another space we have a lot of customers is the Airbnb section, just because an Airbnb pool is just like a commercial. So for pool guys, especially, they're out there 2 or 3 times a week just trying to figure out why the water is always terrible.
Right.
And Clear Comfort really helps them bridge that gap when they can't be there, keep the chemicals at a decent level.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
On the Airbnb, they should list that if the pool has alternative sanitation.
Yeah, and we do have a lot of companies that use our system for all their Airbnb accounts, and they'll put up like a little sign that says treated by Clear Comfort. People just like to see that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That'd be awesome. I
Yeah.
would feel better.
Yeah. Because I don't know about you guys. Now I'm in this industry. Whenever I go to an Airbnb, I'm like, I'm never getting in.
Where I have a real problem is hotels. I can't, like, man, if it's a busy weekend, we just went recently, my family and I went to the Marriott up north, and when it's really busy, you just can't keep up. The system's not built for 5,000 people in the pool at once. And you guys have a Clear Comfort on the JW Marriott?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. They need it.
They need it. A lot of hotels do need it, but it's hard to get any kind of secondary sanitation on a hotel pool, just because the hotel pool is usually taken care of by the hotel manager,
Right.
not an actual pool guy.
Right.
So the pool usually comes
Yeah.
when they're trying to fix stuff out there. But
you know, it'd be like a sick thing to do is if we get Clear Comfort on wheels and we go to that hotel again and we just purify it for our visit.
Put up like a little dam
Yeah.
and like our corner of the pool is
Yeah.
clear.
That'd be cool.
That's a great idea.
That would be fun. We could make like a traveling series of that. Go to all different hotels.
Just start a YouTube channel and just start testing water.
There we go. You just see both of them. One is like green and the other one's just clear.
I feel like people would actually watch that. I
They
feel like
totally
it's a
would.
good idea.
Everyone around me, I've trained all of my family and friends to know, like when we go to the pool, like just be ready.
Oh, yeah.
Be
Yeah.
ready because it's getting heavily criticized.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
We went to the Phoenician recently too for my birthday, and that's a local. Your mom lives here, right? Have you been to the Phoenician before?
No.
Okay, it's a gutter pool.
Okay.
We all know in the commercial space, 75% of the circulation needs to happen at the surface, 25% at the floor, right? It's pretty important that the skimmers work, right? It's a gutter pool, and the water was 3 inches below the gutter, so clearly the surface system's off. So I'm having like a panic attack at this hotel, and everybody else is just swimming like there's no problem, but.
I'm sure there was nobody you could even talk to explain that
No.
to.
No, I found 2 people there and they were just like, what are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't run anybody down.
I was like, did you really talk to
Oh,
that?
no. What's funny? Another thing, I have OCD pretty bad. So I was there like 5 years ago after they just remodeled it and they moved the lights to the opposing sides. They replaced the lights. So when you're in the hotel, you look out and you see all the lights. Come on, man. I actually did tell the waiter at the restaurant that. He's, you know what? That's a good point. It looks like they're all shining in our eyes.
Why did they do that?
Yeah,
I
what was
assume
what
because
was the
they're
point?
landlocked in a remodel, so that probably they couldn't get utilities to the fronts. But yeah. Anyway, I digress.
Do you swim a lot?
I don't, honestly. I don't swim that much. We do have a pool at our apartment complex where we used to live. I used to swim a lot there, but now that we moved to a house, we just don't have a lot of pools in Denver. We have like, the YMCA and all the like public pools, but I don't go out there much.
Apartments. That's where they need. That's
Yeah.
where they need these, man.
Yeah. A
All
lot of
those
people, there's a
ragers.
lot of opportunities for the Clear Comfort system. It could be out there on all kinds of different stuff. And it's an education thing. Not everybody knows what AOP is. Nobody knows what it does. Nobody knows that there's different options out there. So it's just, that's why we're, on this podcast, driving around with all of our manufacturers reps, just trying to educate anybody who has any interest in learning about it, because it could go on anything. Especially now there's a bunch of cold plunge pools out there.
Yeah.
Huge opportunity for Clear Comfort. Big space that we're going into hopefully in the next couple of years, just because a lot of stuff can't treat cold water. A lot of stuff can't treat hot water as well. That's why we do so well in the spa market. Putting that Clear Comfort on cold plunge pool is going to be a great opportunity because it's even smaller body of water than a spa is. And there's more people getting into that, and they're definitely not showering.
Yeah, that's like a 50% body
Right.
to 50% water ratio right there.
Some
Right.
alcohol. Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. It's like we're with HydroWorks. It's all of the major league athletes getting done with whatever game they're playing. They have whatever pads on. A lot of them,
Straight in.
they don't even take the pads off. They just go straight in
Yeah.
to the tub with all the pads, all the sweat, everything. They don't take anything off.
That's crazy.
Clear Comfort clears all
Frickin'
that after
animals,
that.
man.
Yeah. So HydroWorks, they're one of our huge partners. They have them all over the United States.
Do you all make a salt system?
No, we don't. Clear Comfort, the only thing that we make is an advanced oxidation system. I said earlier that we only have 6 units, but we actually have a couple more than that. Since we did buy our mother company, we treat agricultural drinking water cooling towers and a lot of horticulture. So we do have larger systems than that as well, but only AOP is the only thing that we build right now.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's all manufactured and everything in Lafayette, Colorado. So it's all built in the United States.
It's awesome.
So what is that facility like?
It's been in a couple different places now. When I started there 6 years ago, it was in Boulder. It was just a little tiny production area and probably 5 or 6 desks. And now it's a pretty large production now. We rented out one space and bought the building next to us. We have, I think, 30 employees now. So
Awesome.
yeah, we're growing a lot.
Good.
And
Did
we-
you save that guy's bathtub? Do you have it like framed or something somewhere?
I don't.
Greg's really
I-
concerned
Who
with
I
He
totally
is.
would.
He's like very interested in the bathtub
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I just like the origin story. Wouldn't that be cool? What is this? Like, oh, the dude that invented this, that's where he tested it. You want to get in?
You wouldn't
It
even-
has water in it with the
Yeah.
Clear Comfort system.
The original water. Yeah.
That would be cool. We don't have the bathtub, but we do have a wall of all the different designs of what Clear Comfort started as and how it looks now.
Yeah.
Because it used to be, our commercial units are big white boxes. And the residential system used to be very similar to that, but we redid it a couple of years back and now it's a lot easier to maintain and a lot more weatherproof. So Yeah,
That's cool.
It's definitely grown a lot.
Nice. And do you have a bunch of test tanks and stuff at your facility in Colorado?
Yeah, we have a whole lab and all that stuff there. I don't ever get to go in there, but
I was going to say, is it like top secret?
It's not top secret, but if you don't need to be in there, you're not supposed to be in there. So the sales reps aren't usually allowed in there.
Greg, that's where the tub's at.
Maybe.
Very well could be.
Well, now I'll have to go check.
Yeah. How do you support high-end builders and multifamily projects?
Yeah, so high-end builders are our cream of the crop. They're the ones that sell the most Clear Comfort systems. They're the ones that are most interested in adding it to all of their pool builds, just because they have the best clientele for it. The ones that are looking to add new stuff, new innovation. Their client base is what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But our system itself is a quality unit. It's built to last 10 plus years once you put it on that pool. It's completely made out of aluminum, so it really adds to the quality of their actual brand and what they're building. The multifamily, the main thing that's important is any indoor facility, any indoor pool that you go to, you're going to walk in and you feel that chlorine wave roll over you when you open the door to any commercial facility like YMCA or anywhere that they're adding gallons of chlorine at a time. Clear Comfort actually takes that smell out of the air. So like in an Olympic training facility, you have the swimmers in there every single day, multiple hours a day, just breathing in all that stuff that's on top of the water and in the air. Clear Comfort really helps eliminate that. And it actually helps with HVAC as well, because they're replacing that because all that chemical in the air is corroding all their HVAC systems. Clear Comfort's a great addition to any indoor facility or HVAC. Yeah.
Love it.
So it's going to be cooling off here pretty soon, and there's going to be people draining their pools, a lot of people in the area, because it's like the time to do it. Is that usually the best time to put on one of these new systems if you were considering it, when a pool is drained and you're putting in new water?
You can definitely add it then. You can add it pretty much at any time. The system itself is pretty easily retrofitted on there, but if you want to add it when it's drained, it'll probably be easier. There won't be any water in the pipe. You can put it in there pretty quickly. But the install itself doesn't take any longer than 30 to 45 minutes anyway on just a regular open pool. So you don't have to have it drained to add it.
I think what you meant though is is it easier to start with fresh water?
Yeah, like just the quality of the water.
It would be easier to start that way depending on how bad the water was when you put it on there. If you have your CYA super high, probably not a great time to add the Clear Comfort system, just because that 0.5 part per million isn't going to stay in there and do anything if you have too high of a cyanuric acid level. But you don't have to drain the pool, but you want to start with somewhat clean water when you're going to put it on there.
Yeah.
But if the cyanuric acid is really the only thing that's going to bother it, it'll go in there and clear the water up when you put it on there anyway.
What is like a good sales pitch for, say, a pool service company or somebody that hears one of their customers wanting better quality water? What's like a good sales pitch that is easy for people that don't have any idea what any of this stuff is? Like, how could they explain it to their customers?
Yeah, one thing that we like to say that I use all the time is, you mentioned earlier that you feel the dirtiest when you get out of your swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
You want to feel the opposite of that. So if you have a Clear Comfort system, you're going to get out of that swimming pool and you're not going to feel like you're going to have to take a shower. So you can just go get in the pool, get out, go get dressed, and go out to dinner. Just because you're not going to be swimming in that high level of chlorine that you're talking about is going to follow you out after the pool. So great way just to relate to that customer, because people don't care what a hydroxyl is. They don't want to know how it works, what's in there, what it's doing. They just want to know that they're going to get the results that they're looking for, and their water quality is going to be nice. They're not going to have to worry about it. They're going to have something that's easy to maintain. The science will be there, but they'll hear it once and they won't be able to reiterate it ever again.
Yeah. The results speak for themselves.
They just want to know that they're going to have something that is going to work, which we back our system with a 90-day money-back guarantee. So if anybody feels like they're not getting the results that they are looking for, something is wrong, they can always take it off the wall and send it back to us. We're happy to give them all their money back.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
How does that affect the company that installed it?
It's a money-back guarantee from Clear Comfort. So like they'll get, whoever bought it will get their money back, and then
Got it.
we'll take care of it.
Okay.
We've had that money-back guarantee for 10 years. I think we've gotten 3 of them back.
Yeah.
And one lady filled in her pool with dirt. She'd never used the system ever.
She was trying to break.
She gave up.
Yeah. She was going to put in a pool, got halfway done, realized how expensive it was, and then
Oh, wow.
decided not to do the whole pool.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
And can you buy these just about anywhere?
You can buy them online if you want to, but you have to do the install yourself. So it's not a huge market for us, but they are available out there. There's a lot of people that like to do it themselves. And then we have plenty of dealers all across the United States. Great way to figure out if there's one close to you. Just go on our website. There's a find a dealer here, and one of our reps will reach out and let you know who's closest.
Okay. So they're not in like SCP and stuff like that?
They are an SCP. If you're a
Okay.
dealer, you can buy it through distribution, or you can also buy the unit directly from Clear Comfort.
Nice.
AJ's
So mine looks great. Let me tell you, it's sitting right there in the box that I got it in.
Is it
And,
still here?
Huh? No, I've moved it twice. It made it first to my house, and then now it's made it out by the pool equipment.
Shit. It's getting close.
It's getting closer.
Getting
Now that
close.
I'm here, though, it's going to be installed right.
You have no idea how big the press was to get it installed before this, because I wanted to have like that done. But so what happened on mine is I have a lot of stuff because I'm in the business that gets added on. So I had to add a series pump just to get enough pressure through the system to add another thing. So in
When
my
you go
defense,
back there, you're like, what? Do you have more pools somewhere? There's a lot of shit back here.
so it starts with my tub. That's the first thing. The tub, my test tub, and then everything.
Are you being funny?
This tub's going to come up a couple times. First, I want to say, if you're listening to this and you're local, like you can reach out to us, and we're partnered up with Clear Comfort. We can get you set up. Absolutely. And I don't know, how's that for you guys? Is that a good partnership for you guys? Is that
Yeah, that's
impactful?
awesome. We just basically wanted to say thank you for partnering with us. And
Sure.
I think it speaks to the quality of our system and the work that you guys do. I think it's a great partnership for us. And especially here in Arizona, it's going to help us grow a little bit. And we appreciate it.
Yep. Installed one of your systems today, seeing them more and more. So it's good. It's really good.
So how does that work if somebody contacts you and wants one of these installed? Do you contact JMax to have it installed, or do you just give them JMax phone number?
So we'll just give the lead your guys' contact, and then we'll probably send you an email and just let you know, hey, this
Yeah.
lead came in today and we're sending them over to you. And then we'll give them kind of the liberty to reach out to you guys. And then if you don't hear from them, you guys can always call them as well. But
Yeah.
most of the time, Clear Comfort gets probably 20 to 30 leads every single day coming in from our website for all across the United States. And we have a couple people that answer the phone and answer their questions and then follow up with them a couple times. And we try and get that sale 90% done for the dealer. And then once they're like, yep, we're ready to go, then we'll send that over to JMax or whoever is closest dealer in the area and hand that off to them. So big reason we have a lot of dealers now is that we are actually passing those leads to new companies and companies that have been purchasing from us. So a great way just for us to help you guys get some sales under the belt and see how the unit works, because that's the easiest way to sell it, is to actually see it on a pool that you're using or that you see all the time. This makes it easier to sell.
That's awesome.
So what are the most popular states for Clear Comfort?
Right now, we have a lot of installs, honestly, in Arizona. Big state is California, Texas, all the Sun Belt states, because they have just more pools in general, more companies, more everything. And then we do have a lot of installs actually on the East Coast as well. Middle of the country doesn't have as many just because they don't have that many pools, but we do have a lot of spa dealers in like Montana and stuff that kind of bring up that market as well. But
And how can people get trained on this?
yeah, so that's something that Clear Comfort also provides. We do have a great partnership again with Blake Sales. They can come out on any West Coast state. They give us some boots on the ground. They can come in to any dealer in their area, do an in-person training. For some reason, they can't do that. Clear Comfort is also happy to do that. We do sales training over Zoom. We can do it for 1 guy, 10 guys. We have dealers that have been with us for years, and they just do training every couple of months just because people forget. You can learn all about Clear Comfort, but once you leave and you're trying to tell it to somebody else, it's a lot harder to again reiterate that. So the more training, the better. But Clear Comfort does that in-house usually or with Blake Sales. We try and make everything as easy as we can for the dealers. We have a lot of pre-made marketing materials that we're happy to give out, stuff for your website that you want to use. We have all that stuff ready to go. Social media posts, product sheets, display units, display posters, whatever you need for the showroom. We have all that stuff ready to go, and we're happy to help you guys out with that stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are you going to be at all the upcoming trade shows?
We will be at a lot of them. Yeah, we're not at as many this year just because we did buy our mother company. We have a lot of resources in other places, but we'll be at a lot of them. We'll be at the International Show. We'll be at NESPA. We'll be at all the buying group shows, UAG, at Carecraft. Not sure about MPG, but I think we're going to that one. But yeah, we'll be at most of them.
And that's the most recent upcoming one is the Master Pool Guild one?
I think so.
Yeah. Where is that? Do you know?
I don't know.
I have no idea where that's at.
I'm not the Master Pool Guild rep. I do Carecraft mostly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one's in Hawaii.
What?
Dang.
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 Not
too bad.
excited at all to go to that.
Man,
That's too bad.
I need some Hawaii trips.
I know. I never hear of anything going on in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
This will be my second trade show in Hawaii.
Damn.
Yeah, I got pretty lucky because I don't do the UAG show, but our girl who does UAG, she couldn't go to the UAG show a couple of years ago, so I got to go to that one, and now Carecraft is out there, so I get to go to that one too.
Dang.
I'm lucky.
Man.
That
Where do
would
they
be
do
sweet.
it? Do they do it on the Big Island or?
The last one was in Maui.
Oh,
Yeah,
curious.
we were there 2 months before the fire, so it was
Oh, wow.
super nice to see it, but also heartbreaking.
Yeah,
And then the next one's on the Big Island.
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, but that's a huge reason why I love Clear Comfort. Huge reason why I stayed. I travel all over the place. Most places that have pools are super nice and fun to go to.
Of
So,
course.
yeah, I get to
Awesome.
travel all over the place. The shows change every single year, and it's taken me all across the U.S.
That's awesome.
And are you in a lot of countries or just North America?
We have a couple of dealers up in Canada. We don't have a huge market up there just because we don't have enough people to support a giant Canada market right now. But we do have 3 or 4 dealers that are larger that are out there. And then we have a couple that are in Mexico that we're working with right now, but that's it for now.
And how much do these units cost, just so people have an idea?
Yeah, so the residential system, the MSRP cost on it for the homeowner is $34.90. So it's about $3,500 once it's all said and done, once you do the install costs and everything. But that'll treat your traditional backyard pool up to about 40,000 gallons of water.
And what unit went on that commercial one that we did in PV?
I believe that was the AJ. I defer to you on that. What was that? That was the CCW dual. Yeah, dual CCW 100.
How much does that cost?
How much is that one?
That one's about $8,000 total.
Yeah,
But it
Wow.
comes with
The
2
concentrator.
units, and yeah, it comes with the pump, and it comes in with the diffuser rod. So it's a little bit of a different install, has more of a commercial base rather than a residential install base. But it's for like residential bodies of water with commercial bather load.
Oh, okay.
Dig
I was going to say they're just building pools that are so big now in residential backyards that might be nice to just know that.
Yeah, so like a lot of people in Texas have huge pools. So they have a lot of dual installs down there because they're 70, 80,000 gallon pools in your backyard.
Yeah.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything is bigger in Texas.
Dude, your buddy's pool in Scottsdale I went by, that pool is massive.
Victor's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't realize how big that thing was turning out.
Let's get him on a Clear Comfort.
Yeah,
That's
let's do
Or
it.
3.
What is it, 40 or 60,000 gallons his?
His pool?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is because they stretched it, but yeah, it's huge. It was that pool grew by 20 feet from the time we started it to ended it.
Dude,
It's huge. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
What's next for Clear Comfort's products and market expansion?
Yeah, so I touched on it a little bit earlier, but we're hoping to go more towards the cold plunge industry. That's our next endeavor that we're looking at, just because it's a growing industry. Everybody is now interested in any kind of cold plunge that they can get. Any trade show that you go to, there's like probably 6 or 7
Yep.
cold plunge dealers that are out there, but 5 years ago that was not even a thing. So we're trying to figure out a good application for that. We're hoping we can use kind of our CCW 25 to devil into that. And honestly, our commercial units have been really popular lately. So we're looking to capitalize on that and get some bigger clientele, 1,000,000-gallon Olympic pools, stuff like that's on our horizon.
The health and wellness space, man, it's popping right now.
It's huge.
Yeah,
Anything that you can do to make any part of your day healthier, people want it.
you're right.
When especially people that get in their pool every single day, they want whatever they can get that's going to be good for their pool.
Yeah.
I've been with Clear Comfort for 6 years, and we have more leads than we've ever had before, just because the focus has changed from what's the cheapest way I can take care of my pool to how can I make this the most enjoyable experience possible.
And healthy.
People just know more than they have ever known. ever.
Yeah.
There's
right.
more knowledge out there than ever before. So now that they know what's in that pool, it's terrifying.
It is.
They're looking to find any way to make it healthier, cleaner, better.
Yeah.
Have you tried a cold plunge before?
No, and I don't think I would like it, but
haven't
if it was
either.
good for me, I would probably try it.
I don't think I'm with you. I couldn't do it. I can barely get in the. You know when you turn your shower on?
Yes.
If my toe touches it, I'm out.
Same.
If it's in a bathtub, I'll do it.
Damn tub.
So where can people find out more information about Clear Comfort or get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can find any information that you need on the Clear Comfort website. But if you want to get in touch with me, you can definitely call me or email me. My email is super easy. It's just my first and last name. It's just J Werner, WERNER at clearcomfort.com.
Very good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us. This was very informative.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for the opportunity to come out here. I think it's great to be able to reach any amount of dealers that we can and just get out in any market that we can. So thank you for the opportunity.
And thank you for our gift.
Yes.
Of course.
They brought us. If you're not watching this, we got a beautiful. Is it whiskey?
It is.
It's a whiskey set, and it's been engraved with the Pool Chasers logo. So very cool. We appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you guys enjoy it whenever you open it or don't open it. If you like it, let me know. It's from a distillery right down the street from us called Stranahan's. It's where me and my boyfriend go almost every week. So we love it so much, and that's one of their top whiskeys. So
Well, as soon as we run out, we'll get you back on the show.
okay, deal.
We're going to call
But
you
next
guys
time,
up. Yeah.
I'm gonna come on Friday so we can share.
There you go. I dig it. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks.